today is the day of worshiping your Guru. That is your mother. And as I told you, it's a very unique happening that mother herself has to become your Guru. And also you know that it is a very difficult task for a mother to be able because her love is so overflowing that it is difficult for her to give any discipline. She cannot discipline her own love. How can she discipline her children? Being that, the responsibility on the disciples is much greater. If the Guru is a person who can discipline you without feeling anything hurting to him, he is much more capable and he can do it. But for a mother, it is a very, very, very difficult. Very difficult job. Very difficult. She does not know how to buy. And she is extremely perfect because she cannot. While the Guru from the very beginning does not perfect. But mother till the end, she'll go to the last end, even if the child has forsaken her, even if he has beaten her out, even if he is willing to kill her, still she will be saying that I can't carry her. Then the responsibility of the disciples is much more that they do not hurt. And they do not take my love for granted, for they must know that they have to see them and they have to improve them. That is why this thing is a very unique combination of tremendous love, overflowing and also it's not, I would say, the divine inspiration that tells you that you have to be disciplined. You have to be disciplined, sahaj, not that, but has to be. Because if a ship is not properly tied up, or it is not seaworthy, it cannot go very far. If you want to enjoy the ride in the ocean of His grace and compassion, His bliss and trust, then you must build up yourself fully. Now we have seen, we have, and we can excite them, we can awaken them by awakening. But it is not a mechanical process. Every deity has got a subtle point behind it, which is a very subtle being within you. You know them one by one. And you know why these chakras are catching because you lack that. There's nothing to feel bad about. As I told you, this is like your motor car outside. This is an instrument, but the instrument has to be properly harmonized. Today I want certain promises by you. And the foremost of all, as Christ has said, love thy neighbor as thyself. I would say one step ahead of that, love thy neighbor, Sahajogi, more than yourself. Let us start. I don't ask you to do for the whole year. Aman, first of all, decide what have you done for us. Second, promise yourself that you will never say a harsh word to any other person, even if he beats you hard. You can tell me. That is the greatest thing you will become in complete. Don't try to correct us. If he asks you to check him, then tell that to him. But do not be harsh. Use your tongue for saying something. I am telling you again and again and again. Otherwise, I will put some sort of a restriction on you. Try to control your tongue. Very easy. Put it. You are serving it. Very easy to put it. It's second. Attract. Why did you say heart? For what? To create enemies? You want to have enemies, you can have enemies. For that you need not heart. Very easy to gather enemies. Difficult to get. And difficult to get your own fish and kill. The Sahajogi, you have 1 month. And that hurts you the most. Any, any thing that tries to bless you will take out my heart into many parts. And this body will become divided into many. So don't do that to me. This is the greatest suffering I can have from you. I request you not to do that because I have taken you into my being and you are part and parcel. You are one of the thousand petals of my soul. And I don't want these petals to be broken by you and to be trampled by. You have your own dignity and respect the dignity. And you are Sahajogi realize much more. You are not ordinary. As you respect yourself, you respect others. This is one thing that among yourself you should be very humble and very friendly. And it means also when you start doing that, gradually you will learn a method. And it is very, it is better to be than to be harsh. It is better to be beaten up than to be beating others. It is better to be simple and deceived than to be deceived. We are like the shield, and the shield has to fight the sword. Sword doesn't fight the sword. The shield, which is, you must understand that for anything, no harsh word is to be keep quiet. Just keep right, keep control your. That is one thing. That there should be no disunity because you are collectively conscious among yourselves. If there is disunity among you, you cannot be one. And how can you think of the whole world being? Just think. And your responsibility is much greater because you are the first people who have got it in the whole of Europe and the whole of things. Specifically. Think of the good points that you have. Try to love. If I were like, I'm complete, I have no problem. Why am I for you? Because I love. If you love each other, you will see the good points of others and you will invite, try to love it. But do not confuse this love with the carnal love. It is divine love, absolutely pure, elevating, helping you to assess. Tonight, we promise that we will look at every Sahajogi as a person in bondage in love and not in hatred. And if somebody you think is not doing right or going bad, then you cure that person sitting in your house. You know how to. But don't do that. By talking ill, you are not going to do anything to it. You use your method to change. Very well. This is one point. And that will give you the greatest thing. The greatest of all. When I will see all my children loving each other, being kind to each other, running to do for everyone, trying to help each other, and extremely humble. Some of you are better off, some of you are more intelligent, some of you have got more heart. Don't try to show down somebody who lacks little bit in intelligence or somebody who has little less of love. Maybe that person wants more love. But try to give than to expect others to give. Then the second one I want you all of you today to know that you are the people who have to build up Sahaja Yoga in this country and also in other countries wherever. So you are like seed, and a seed which has to grow the whole tree. You have to bear all other trees. So how important? So today you have to resolve that in your personal life you are going to do. You are going to watch yourself. You are going to introspect yourself. You are not going to tell lies. And you are going to look after yourself. Look after your life as a very precious. And you are not going to cheat yourself. And you are not going to debate yourself. And you are not going to humiliate yourself in your own eyes. But develop those eyes which criticize all these things and can see yourself. Today, you must promise me that you will meditate to improve, then getting into your. Thirdly, you will not criticize thirdly. That is God's own method. At any cost. If you do not understand a part of surgery, you can come and ask. But don't criticize. This is you must stop. So far, whatever has been happened has happened. Forget. But don't criticize his ways now anymore. Because now you are put into a higher position. Today, no more particular opportunity at any point, at any because then you will criticize God. If you don't understand, and now you know you are the people, God has sent only those who really know that Sir Yoga is the only way. It is revealed to you only very few people that this is the and this is going to save the whole humanity and only and God can be only understood because nobody is going to decry Sahaj Yoga. Not anybody is going to say that I am the Sahaj Yoga. Anybody who thinks like that has been always so far we have seen in our practices in Sahaj Yoga for the last so many years. But anyone who takes upon to themselves that I am the Sahaj Yoga has had the worst possible fall from it. Don't. We are a part and part of that. Harmonized is one. So nobody should criticize Sahaj Yoga. Nobody should take chances with Sahaj. And so you have to be obedient. I have been telling you in a different way, in every way, that you should understand. Now, this point. Today you have done this puja. I want to tell you that on your own, on your free will, with your own understanding, you have to be obedient. This is your own decision. I cannot force obedience on you. But you must understand it is for you. Because every minute I can see your future, I can see your past, I can see your accent, I can see everything. If I say anything at that moment, may appear little unreasonable. But just obey. I'm not asking too much as other gurus. You don't know other gurus what do they do. They will hang the disciple in the well halfway down. He is just there from his waist. You see, they will be hanging a rope. What? They take 7 parikshas like this horrible one. They will throw him into some place. 7 like this. There are altogether 108 parikshas. And then they say, come along. Then they will start asking. I'm not taking your thing, but obedience is very necessary. Because I know and I can't help you. You cannot have another opinion about myself because I and if I say something, I would not say normally. I will not hurt you know that. I hate being hurt. After any hurt I cause you, I believe it. But I have to because you are my dearest and you are my youth. And you have to do the most important thing to do. Whatever I have to do for today, for this, and today is something. And these are the things you must. I haven't asked for much, but they're very difficult. They're difficult. So look after yourself. Try to be good surgery. Speak to each other. Find each other. Don't deceive yourself. Look after your mother. And